Well, in what could be a costly project for the district, Jamestown Public Schools has been ordered to find a different mascot name. Bronson Rasmussen joins us live in the newsroom with continuing coverage on what officials have to say about the new name change requirement coming down from the state. Bronson?
Justin, Jamestown Public School Superintendent Dr. Kevin Whitaker tells us discontent with the Red Raider name and Native American imagery has started over 20 years ago.
In 2001, the state education commissioner by the name of Richard Mills at the time sent out a letter, and that letter said, please, school districts, consider your mascots and your nicknames and your imagery. And in that letter, he did specifically mention Native American and indigenous peoples.
According to the superintendent, if the district does not change anything, the school may not receive state aid at all.
Our budget is nearly entirely funded by state aid. So with that Education Law 306 enabling the commissioner to withhold state aid if a school district were to disobey a regulation or a directive, which he clearly has given and is about to be voted on by the Board of Regents coming up here in April to make it official regulation.
Funding to comply with the state mandate will most likely come from the taxpayers.
They have said there's not going to be funding. There isn't a final decision from the Board of Regents. So we don't know that for sure yet, but listening to the conversations of the Board of Regents members and listening to the state education department, I would not anticipate any funding coming from the state for this. Their perspective is Richard Mills told you 22 years ago that you really should change, and you should have thought of that by now.
In late 2021, the school board voted to discontinue the use of a jay with feathers after consultation with the Seneca Nation of Indians about the misuse. At the time, the Red Raider nickname remained.
In the end zone, on the back of the bleachers at Strider Field, in a number of other locations where it says Red Raiders, including uniforms, including other various expensive things that we need to address.
Now, while the physical changes do not need to be completed immediately, a plan must be presented to the state by the end of the 2022-2023 school year, with all changes expected to be done by 2025. Reporting live in the newsroom, Bronson Rasmussen, WNY News Now.